guys, welcome to my Etsy channel where my primary objective is to help Etsy sellers build a thriving business online. On this video today, I'm doing a Etsy shop critique on the store called Crystal Frosting One. So thank you, Karen, for allowing me to do a review of your shop. If this is your first time visiting my Etsy channel and you are currently a Etsy seller or thinking of becoming one, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. So let's go ahead and get started on the Etsy shop critique. Guys, just let you know, anything that I talk about, any resources, they're right below this video. This little box that you click and you have all the links. I will be mentioning resources that I currently use, and anything else that I don't talk about, I actually link it below. That way you guys have a list of different things to learn and different places you could go to get. Maybe you need a banner, maybe you need mock-ups, maybe you need to learn more about doing your taxes. I have a list of things on the bottom, so make sure that you click below and view them. The first thing I always talk about, Karen, when I do a review, I always start with the product photography. So the listing that I picked to do an audit is this one right here. Now, product photography is one of the most important things, along with SEO and your listing description and everything else. However, it does play a big role, because when you sell on an e-commerce platform, all you have to show someone is your photo. So your photo has to be compelling. It has to be amazing. You are competing with tons and tons of people on Etsy, so you have to elevate your pictures better than the average person. You want to make sure that your picture is clear, that doesn't have any distractions, that when the person is looking at it, they know exactly what they're buying. There's no confusion. And you always want to make sure that you cropped your photos in a complimentary way so they don't get cropped out. However, in your photo, it's getting cropped out. As you can see, when you actually click on the photo, this is what the photo is. However, this is what people are seeing in the search results, and it's getting cut off. So therefore, it does cause a little bit of confusion. When I first saw it, if I'm completely 100% honest, I didn't know what I was looking at. So if I didn't know it and I'm the one looking at your shop at just really quick glance, a lot of other people don't know what they're buying. So what happens is, you only got a very short time to convince that person just from the picture, not from your listing, not from your titles, not from your keywords. Just by looking at your picture, you have a few seconds for that person either to click on the actual listing or keep browsing. In this situation, they're not going to click. If you do get a click, okay, great, right? But you're not going to get clicks on the picture that is not cropped complimentary way, and that the picture kind of makes you feel like, okay, what exactly am I looking at, right? So you want to make sure that your photos are cropped in a complimentary way. You want to make sure that there's no confusion on what they're buying, and that your first photo is the photo grabber. It's the best picture out of the bunch. Obviously, you want every single picture to be the best. However, your main one has to be very captivating to the point that when they looking at it, they know exactly what they're buying. They click on it and they go ahead and purchase from you. And you also have to keep in mind that a bad photo could prevent you from getting a sale. It doesn't matter how great your product is. The photo will not make you, will make you or not make you a sale. So just keep that in mind. It's important that you just put the practice in it. I know it's a lot to learn in the beginning, because not only are you creating products, now you're learning about product photography. Now you're learning about SEO. You're learning about crafting a listing description. So many things you have to learn. So therefore, I get it, because I was in the same boat when I first started my Etsy shop, when I was creating items. What I would recommend, either buying a light box. That way you could actually put the product in the light box, take a photo, and it's very clear, nice white background. I will also recommend taking a photo with the actual product in the actual car so that people could see how it looks. And then I also recommend, if you can't do either of these two things, paying somebody to do your photography. So if you know a photographer, or if you could hire someone that could do high quality photos for you, it's a great investment to make, especially if you're selling these for $240. I recommend getting that investment in paying somebody, because it's going to be worth it. Once you sell one, you're going to make that money back. And then if you keep selling, obviously, you'll keep making it back and back and back. So I recommend paying someone else if you can't do it yourself. Making sure that, like I said, all the photos are very clear, that all the photos also are sized the same size. So this photo and this photo are not the right size, that not the same size, and that's why you have this gap between the first and second photo. And this is great, with the 10%. um, I know I talked about this, doing this, so that's awesome. So good for you that you actually took something and you put it in the store, like a call to action, right? In order to get the customer to sign up, and then you got people's emails, and that way you could go ahead and target them later. I mean, it's just amazing when you could collect a lot of emails, what you could do with that. And this part right here is a little, I feel like the person might not know that the zoom button is here, so maybe you could do this. One, make sure that it fits the whole image. And two, maybe you could have like a little arrow pointing to the zoom and say zoom to view closer, right? And then they could zoom and kind of see it, because they might not even know that they could actually click on it. You have to, one thing I learned from my shop is that we have to assume that a lot of people don't know how to use Etsy, because there's a lot of people that really don't understand it, or it's their first time visiting, or they really don't know that they could click on the zoom, or they could click on the listing description, etc. So I highly recommend, if you can, to do that. That way you can encourage them to zoom in and kind of look at the different options, um, of stones that they have available in order to customize this license plate. So yeah, the photos will need to do a little bit more work on them, and I will redo them again, all of them. So let's go ahead and talk about the second thing, which is SEO, or also known as search engine optimization, right? And search engine optimization is just the way that Google and Yahoo and Bing understand what your page is about. So it tells Yahoo that this page is about selling license plates. And then what it would do is, when somebody types in that keyword, it will send you organic traffic, or if you're spending ads, it will send you Google ads or AdWords, like people that click on it. Or maybe you have an Etsy ad, it will send you traffic from the Etsy search results. Or maybe you did a Pinterest account ad, and it'll send you traffic for Pinterest. So depending on what platform you're using to drive traffic to your shop. What I did was I used XCrank as a way to audit your keywords to give you a better idea of where you're at right now. And these are your keywords here. Keep in mind that when you are using keywords, you want to describe what you're selling. And if you are in a niche that's oversaturated like I am in, then what you will have to do is use long tail keywords in order to create additional keywords that you could potentially rank organically. And also, when you do an ad, your cost per click wouldn't be so high, because therefore you're using a keyword that you could rank organically. Your cost per bid is not that high, so therefore you could lower your cost per bid, let's say 10 cents per click, and still appear in the first page of Etsy. Um, what I notice is that some of your tags are very broad. So when you say for women, so here are two things that you could see. One, that keyword is oversaturated. Too many people are using it, so I wouldn't use that keyword. And two, that keyword is a broad keyword. It means you're not targeting your audience. Now you're targeting anybody and everybody. This is when you see a lot of people that say, a lot of Etsy sellers will say, I get a lot of impressions, I get a lot of views, but I'm not making the sales. I wonder why. It's because they're targeting the wrong people. So the ad or the listing is getting found, let's say organically, or if you're doing an ad, people are viewing it, but no one's clicking or buying because these people are actually not interested in your product. Um, if you were to type in the keyword for woman, there's over 9 million listings, right, with that keyword. On top of that, it's just about everything. You see, there's t-shirts, there's necklace, there's bracelets, there's bags. I mean, just anything and everything you could think of, hats, that is for women. So therefore, it's going to be very, very hard because now you're competing technically with 9 million other listings. You don't want to compete with numbers like that. And the only way that you're going to rank up here is that one, your page has a lot of sales. Two, your listing is very old. Three, that listing gets a lot of traction. People are sharing it. People are liking it. People are liking your shop. It's so many different SEO factors that take in place in order to show up on the first page of Etsy. It's not just a keyword. It's a variation of different things. So you have to keep that in mind that when you're competing with a keyword like that high, it's a lot harder to rank for. So I recommend going back and doing your SEO. Um, so license holder, that's fine. That's a good keyword. Um, Tag holder is a good keyword, but it's a good keyword in the sense that you're describing it accurately. It's a bad keyword because it's oversaturated, so you will remove that one. These are fine. This one is kind of like rhinestone frame. It could be a picture frame, right? So if you were type that in, it's not just gonna be for license. You see, so there are some licensed ones, so you might be able to leave it. However, you see frames as well. You see, so it's like a mixture of both. Um, because you have to kind of like maybe look it up if you're not 100% sure. But to me, there's more regular frames than there is actual license plate frames. So in my opinion, I wouldn't particularly use that keyword. However, is it a low keyword organic? Yes, it is. So it's a good one, but it's just on that if it's not like 100% your target audience. Um, this is good, custom military. However, the competition is high as well. So you want to do is you want to have keywords that your competition are under 10,000. And when you do Etsy rank and you're looking at the keyword search, you're gonna have keywords that are green and yellow and red. So you want to stay away from the red. The yellow you will only want to use if you can't find enough green ones. But what you want to do ultimately is just stick with green ones from 1,000 listings to 10,000 the most. And that will give you a variation of green and yellow. That will be the best way because if not, then you're using too many keywords that are too broad. So therefore, it's going to be very hard for you to rank organically. Another thing is if you ever put a keyword and it doesn't come up with anything like these two here, that means that not too many people are searching for those keywords on Etsy. So Etsy doesn't even show metrics for them. So keywords like that don't have any data next to it, what I would recommend is not using those because it's not worth it. You're not gonna get traffic. It's just basically like just wasted keywords, you could say, in other words. So you could use those keywords for something else. So I do highly recommend changing them. That way you could go ahead and find keywords that you could potentially rank for, and it's going to be way better for you. But yeah, I would just redo the keywords. Once you redo the keywords again, then all you have to do is just go back and do the same thing you did. You put the main keyword in the front. You write a short caption of that keyword, enough for them to want to click on the listing description. You put the keyword in the beginning right here, like just how you did it. This is for the meta description, and this is how the meta description looks like. So the meta description is when somebody searches your account, searches you on Google. This is what the customer sees. That's what they read in order to click. So your meta description should be enticing, it should be short, and it should describe what you're selling. So you did a really good job with that. What you also want to do with your keywords is you want to spread them out through your listing description, which you didn't do, and then you want to make sure like you did put all your keywords in the bottom, which you actually did a good job with. So what I would do is just redo them again. Um, SEO is important because SEO is how people find you, and then the photo is what makes them want to click on the actual listing to learn more. So they work hand in hand. Now the next thing I want to talk about is your listing description. And the listing description is basically what it sounds is you are describing what you're selling. What I recommend is describing how to order, like how you have it here, what's included, shipping policy, return policy. Um, I will also add a backlink on the bottom. Um, that way, when people scroll down, they don't click on the back button. They just simply click there and it takes them to the main page. So I'll give you an idea. This is my shop. So if you see, I have it into sections. I have little headlines, and then in the bottom I have a backlink. And when they click on that, it takes them to my main page, because the objective is the longer they stay in your shop, the more chance you will have for them to go ahead and purchase from you, right? So you want to keep them in your shop, and the longer the better. But I do recommend writing a longer listing description that will help you build credibility, trustworthiness. People want to know exactly what they're buying, how to order, when they're going to get it. They want to know about returns and refunds. And another reason why you want a complete listing description is for different reasons. One is it will avoid unnecessary questions. So if you have everything and anything the customer needs to know, that's going to be easier for you to make a sale. Two is going to avoid them messaging you to ask you about the same question that you could possibly answer in the listing description. And then three, God forbid, if they were to open a case against your shop in the future and make a complaint that, that was never explained, because you have this information already in the listing description, Etsy will take your side, right? So you want to make sure that you have everything listed. That way, therefore, if something like that was to happen, then you don't have to worry about having a strike against your shop, because Etsy will see it and then they will take your side. So I highly, highly recommend doing that, because it's going to help you close out the sale. Um, the next thing I want to talk about is the curation of your shop. And the curation of your shop is basically how your shop looks, if it's the same colors, if it looks cohesive, does it look like a brand, does it stand out from the rest of the competition? Um, so, in my opinion, you do need a little bit of work on creating a cohesive look. If I saw this listing and I saw that listing and I saw this listing and I saw this one and I saw that one, they all look like they're coming from different stores. They don't look like they're coming from your shop. So the first thing you have to work on is having a cohesive brand. And a cohesive brand is having the same background colors or similar colors, having the same size of photos, um, making sure that your pictures are cropped in a complimentary way, that they're not cut off, that people know exactly what they're buying. Another thing is your photos. Like all even these five here look from like five different shops. So it's just having that same color scheme through the whole store. And that took me a while to learn that, to be honest, because even if you go to my Instagram account and you were to go to, like, I want to say it was like a year and a half ago, not even that long ago, maybe 2 years. But if you go way back to my Instagram, you'll see that I was all over the place. I had green and blue and pink and all these different random colors. And then after a while, I started getting better and better and then changing it around until I found like my niche, like the colors that I like. But it took me a while to kind of understand that, right? And everybody's different, and you might already know how to change it and fix it. Just don't beat yourself up. Just if you don't have a cohesive look, what you could do is you could go to creativemarket.com. I have the link below, and they have branding in there, and you could see different colors, and you even if you don't necessarily buy anything, you could have an idea So if you were to go to creative market and you put branding, colors, I believe. Let's see, branding kit. You're gonna see like different branding packages that they have. Um, and a lot of these have like they'll help you with creating a cohesive look. So you just have to look for it. I think I'm putting it incorrectly. Hold on. Branding. Oh man, I can't think about it now. Colors. Let's see. Is it that simple? This is the board, but it's not. Oh yeah, it is that. It's branding colors. There you go. So these are branding colors here. So if you were to buy this package, it gives you all the colors that kind of go together. So if you were to do this one, these are the colors. They're like kind of neutral. So it's like a light gray, a dark gray, a pink, and kind of like a mustard or like an orange brownish color. This is branding 101. It's basically selecting a few colors for either your website, for your social media, for Etsy, and keeping the same color scheme. So everything you decorate your store should be those same colors. This is another branding template. And you buy this and it gives you these colors and you could copy them and get these colors for your shop. And this is a kind of like a style and it helps you look at the colors and be like, oh, okay. So this is the colors I should stick with and nothing, I should not add any additional colors besides these. So I recommend, even if you don't buy these, but if you want to just browse through it, like make an account and kind of browse through it, you could get ideas. But it's so important that you have a brand color. If you want to take your shop to the next level and you want to increase your sales and you possibly want to make this as a full-time job, that's one of the things you have to work on because it's going to set you apart from so many shops out there that don't know how to do it or they haven't applied it yet, and then you will be competing with the big dogs, right? um, I will also do your banner. It's cute right now because I know it's the holidays and you probably got it done, which is great. And that means that, you are on top of your store. And that's better than having a banner that, the person hasn't updated like in months and you could just tell. So by you just changing it, it just showcases people when they stop at your store that you're active on your store. So that's actually a good thing. Um, what I would do is look at other stores that are more prominent than you are and just look at what they're doing. A lot of these stores, um, what makes them set apart from other stores is that their banners are amazing and the banners have like their social media links and they have their website links and hours of operation. So just adding stuff like that does help you set apart from other people. So I would definitely look into creating a banner like that. You could even I have links below. You could even go to Fiverr and get a banner that somebody you could charge that you could pay for about, let's say, 15 to, they have anywhere from $5 to $15, and you could pay somebody to do it for you. But I highly recommend it because it's gonna definitely help you take your store to the next level and look apart. I do like that you have a tagline. Be careful with the word Swarovski unless you're authorized to sell. I don't know how that really works with the jewelry. I know that it's trademarked, but I don't know if it's different because you're doing bedazzle, like kind of like you have a lot of stuff that you're pre-making. So I'm not 100% sure. Um, Reviews are great. You have your updates, so that's really good. I love the fact that you have a picture of you working. I love the fact that you have a bio, you have all your links, you have a photo of yourself. It's showcasing your face. It's so important because a lot of people I feel like put a photo like that is very far away. You can't really like tell who's in the photo. And people want to connect, believe it or not. So it's great that you have that. So overall, you've done a really good job. You have your policies. I saw that earlier. So you've done a good job with everything else. I think it's just tweaking the things that we talked about. It's gonna really help you. especially the SEO and the photos, because your products are great. You just have to fix the other things. So guys, this is my critique for Crystal Frosting 1. If you guys have any critique that maybe I didn't mention, and this is constructive feedback, guys, leave a comment below. I'm trying to create a sense of community where we all come together and we help each other and we strive for the best, because Etsy is really big and we could all make a lot of money in Etsy and be successful at the same time. So if you like videos like this, want to learn more about increasing your sales and many more tutorials that I'll be doing, make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure that you hit the notification bell. When you click on the little bell, what that does is anytime I do a video update, it will automatically send you a alert letting you know that I updated a video. So that way you could always have stay in tune with any updates that I do. So guys, thank you again for watching, and until the next video, make sure that you kill on sales. Bye bye.